What about vitamin C? Let's talk about a specific vitamin here where we know the human body can't synthesize this and it's something we need to get through the diet. And we know in history that humans who haven't had it have gotten scurvy, which is really serious. So, how does somebody like you eating, meat or primarily meat make sure you're getting vitamin C?
Yeah, so there's a lot of thought, and we can't say definitively, but we know historically that uh, people that were suffering from scurvy, if they had access to fresh meat, that scurvy went away. We know people that prevented scurvy had access to fresh meat, fresh food in general. The classic example was the limey, right? The British sailor that would go on a 3 or 4 6 month voyage and they'd get scurvy. And what were they eating? They were eating hardtack, which was basically dried carbohydrate, and then they had preserved meat. We know that preserved meat, for whatever reason, doesn't have the essentials that are needed to prevent the scurvy, and so when we think about, well, what's going on, why haven't I gotten scurvy, or why haven't the thousands of other people gotten scurvy? And there's, I saw something with James Blunt talking about how he might have had scurvy 20 years ago when he ate, chicken and mayonnaise and ground beef and beer and felt tired, and his doctor said, well, you must have scurvy, therefore he had scurvy, without any real testing. But I think that what we're seeing is, one of the thoughts is, we know that, vitamin C does compete with glucose through through different transporters. So there's glucose and vitamin C are very similar structurally when we look at it. From a structure, they share the same transporter from across many membranes, whether it's through the enterocyte, across mitochondrial membranes. Probably more important than that, we do have the ability to recycle vitamin C. So the human red blood cell can actually upregulate vitamin C recycling. We know that carnitine, which is one of the functions of vitamin C, is supplied by the diet. Meat is high and high in carnitine, so you're not having to uh, utilize vitamin C for that function. That's probably already one of its bigger functions. We also know that vitamin C acts as an antioxidant, and that's one of the reasons we have that. Uh, we know that when we go on a low carbohydrate diet, we see an upregulation of endogenous antioxidants. Things like glutathione go up. We also know that uric acid will increase. Most people don't know that uric acid is a antioxidant. Now, most people associate it with gout, and that's a different topic, but many people will see elevations in uric acid, not getting gout, but it may also take off some of the pressure of vitamin C requirements. And then also we know that vitamin C is also responsible for uh, hydroxylation of proline and lysine, which are components that go into building connective tissue, uh, collagen. We know that we have intact transporters for both hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline within our gut, so we can uptake those nutrients in their entirety without having to do it through vitamin C. Uh, and so we can get those from our diet. So there's a lot of reasons why we probably don't get scurvy. Um, it's very interesting though. But the evidence from the vast majority of people I've seen have not gotten scurvy. Now, if you're worried about it, then you can have some vitamin C. It's not like there's somebody saying, don't eat it, don't take it. I mean, you want to take a vitamin C supplement, you're welcome to. And there's some people that actually do that. And there's a few people say it's made them feel better. But in general, I think, we can go back historically and say, well, these people got adequate vitamin C through their diet, and it was meat based.
Do you personally take any supplements to go along with your diet?
Outside of salt, which some people would argue is or is not a supplement, I don't. I mean, I don't take vitamin supplements. I will, typically when I'm working out hard, if I'm sweating a lot, I'll add some more salt to my. I generally salt the taste of my food. Sometimes I'll take an electrolyte drink if I'm going to train really hard and I anticipate sweating a lot. So, but that's it for me as far as supplements go.